A 12-year-old girl is in stable condition after being shot by a classmate at her South Carolina middle school this morning. The 12-year-old boy accused of firing those shots is now facing felony charges. And in Chicago, an 11-year-old girl is in fair condition after police say she was shot in the bedroom of her home overnight. Investigators are still searching for the shooter in that case. The number of shootings and murders has increased in many cities across the country. Increasingly, it's kids and teenagers who are finding themselves in the middle of gunfire. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics found guns are the second leading cause of injury-related deaths for children ages 1 through 17 in the United States. Nearly 1,300 children die and 5,700 are treated for gunshot wounds each year. Boys, older children, and minorities are disproportionately affected. The highest rates of firearm homicide among children were largely concentrated across 7 southern states, 4 Midwestern states, 2 western states, as you can see there, and 3 northeastern states. Tonight, in a story you'll see only on News Nation, an in-depth look at the struggle to heal from those injuries and the lasting impact on communities. News Nation reporter Ben Bradley is here with the story. Ben.
Marnie, it has been a violent year in Chicago. Overall, shootings and killings are up more than 50% compared to last year. But 2020 stands out as one of the most dangerous and deadly in recent years for the city's youngest residents.
Hey, 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 what he say? I'm hot, I need a fan. I'm off the person, fuck off this hand. Walk in the party, you know I'm the man.
This is Alonzo, then.
Free my brother, man, he on the band. When he get out, boy, you know he ain't playing.
And this is him now, only 14 years old.
I got shot in the head and my foot.
On his left side, he's a little bit weaker, so we wear this arm brace.
I had to learn again how to walk and use my body.
All right, show me your stuff.
He was wounded near this street corner in August, along with his 17-year-old sister.
Slow. Regular pace. Good. Okay, go ahead, fast.
Sometimes I'll be getting hopeless and that I will never be as strong as I used to be.
He's undergone weeks of inpatient rehab at the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab.
And then you're gonna bring the crutch down first with your left foot.
Relearning to move.
I can't do it.
That's it, you got it.
And open his fist.
Honestly, I'm just glad that we all still here.
The same can't be said of all the children who were shot in a year where violence soared.
Last Saturday, I was in front of you all talking about a 3-year-old that was killed in the Austin community. And now here in Inglewood, a 20-month-old was killed.
An increasing number of children were victims.
I think everything's worse this year.
News Nation obtained Chicago police data showing a total of 291 kids shot and another 41 killed through the end of September, more than in all of last year.
It's been a brutal time.
Even more so for Chicago's youngest, those aged 12 and under, 38 shot and 6 killed, the highest numbers in at least the last 5 years.
Well, there's never any simple answers in this.
Arnie Duncan, the former U.S. Education Secretary and head of Chicago Public Schools, co-founded Chicago Cred, an anti-violence organization, in 2016.
Very naively, when our family moved to D.C. in 2009, I thought things were rock bottom in Chicago. I thought we couldn't get any worse.
But even he is shaken by the surge, which includes the death of this 1-year-old boy, shot in June while inside his mother's moving car.
I've never seen a casket that small. I've never seen the kind of pain and anguish and trauma that his mother and father and their whole family had been through. It has to stop. It has to stop.
So he wanted to do the shoot. He seen all the big kids doing it. So he's like, I can do this too.
Even for the kids who survived, the damage can be devastating and debilitating.
He would dance and just, he didn't care who watched him.
Her son, Mikai, is now 9 years old.
So my hope syndrome is that Kai walks again and run again. This here is actually his spinal cord.
That tickles.
It hit everything going through.
He was partially paralyzed when a stray bullet hit him outside a relative's home in Inglewood.
Adults pushed their children inside as 6 people were hit.
See that little boy literally on the ground in front of my feet fighting for his life is so traumatizing.
Police say that 8-year-old boy was shot in the chest and back, and police at the scene rendered aid. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition.
Now, a year and a half later, he has regained some feeling in his feet, but he still can't lift both legs.
Now I can rise.
From the moment he wakes,
Every part of our lives have changed. All right, want to get in your chair?
it begins. A series of steps. And into his leg braces.
I would not go in the bathroom with you.
And ready for the day.
I try not to help him. I let him just be great. Careful.
What once were simple tasks
Whoa.
can now feel like climbing a mountain.
Dang it.
Don't push yourself too hard, Kay. It's okay if you can't get it up there.
It's not just his life that's changed, though.
The king is here. Hurry. Whoa.
His injury has changed the way this mother mothers.
So easy.
I don't want them out of my sight. I don't want them to go anywhere.
It's a fear shared by too many. Some have taken it upon themselves to create safe spaces that remain open even when schools are not. In Inglewood, shipping containers have been converted into a safe sanctuary.
This might look like it's just a classroom, but it's not. This is how we're fighting violence. Because who knows where these kids would be if they weren't in this classroom.
Trying to do some good work in the community, but
Anthony Bell is a former gang member who's worked to put his life on a new track. But when his own daughter was injured in a shooting, he saw how slippery the slope can be.
It was like a real emotional for me because a part of me wanted to go back to the old me, you know, and like they say, you know, eye for an eye. Then I thought about it, what would I be solving?
New gloves.
New gloves, are they good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who've survived their encounter with a bullet,
Go for it.
their young lives are forever changed.
We're gonna do some standing and reaching to work on his balance and some of that core strengthening. You got it, Mikai.
I wrote this in speech therapy, reminiscing about the past when I was young, because that's when everything was fun. I was focused on school and not focused on guns. I changed for the better. This is not a rap, this is a love letter. Hazel.
Here, we're about to ride a bike with me.
We have to, as a community, we have to step up. We got to do better. We all have to do better.
why have so many more kids been injured and killed by gunfire this year in Chicago? Well, experts say the pandemic is partially to blame, with so many out of school, some on the street, and all with not enough to do. There are also more guns on the street and more strife from social media. Add it all together, and you get an especially difficult, dangerous, and deadly year for Chicago kids.
It's so hard to see. And I guess in many ways, you talk about the other factors that have led to this increase, and we both know there are other factors, but when you see a lot of these kids, they're so young, they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, you have kids who are truly innocent victims. You have kids whose families have put themselves in a very bad situation. You have people who are victims of gang members who simply can't shoot straight. And then in the case of some teenagers, you have them out there engaging in criminal activity, protecting street corners during drug sales. And those are the ones who are getting shot at an alarming rate, because here in Chicago and other big cities, the structure of gangs has changed so dramatically. There are no longer big leaders controlling large amounts of space who have rules in place, rules that would include leave the kids out of this.
Wow. Powerful, Ben. Thank you.